Targeted individuals. What's going on? Today we talking about the illusion of a smear campaign and what it can do to the mind. Um, I talk about logistics a lot and how they're snatched away from you once you're targeted. Once you're targeted, logistics are snatched away from you. They snatch logistics all away from you. They do it for a reason. Reasons are for you to talk to yourself, thinking that the whole world is listening. Um, I was, um, I am a target, but I was in that mindset of the Truman Show. You know, um, the mindset of it's not just that guy in that hidden office listening to you. It's your classmates that you went to school with. It's um, it's your peers. It's the model that stay up the street from you. It's this. It's that. It's none of that. It's none of that. It's actually that person, that man in the office on the Truman Show. Someone like him. But I was in that mindset. I was in that mindset for a long time. I'm still targeted. Of course, the shit doesn't stop. Of course, it doesn't stop, bro. Especially if you're someone on disability. Um, Anyone with knowledge, uh, it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. You know, and it's just going to be ramped up. Like I've noticed that every year it just gets worse and worse. It gets worse and worse. But it's gonna be a long live stream. We're talking about the illusion of a slander campaign, um, illusion of a smear campaign, illusion of being slandered. It's a program. It's a system, bro. They're getting these people, these citizen informants. They're getting gift cards or whatever they are getting, money. If it's a job for them, whatever they're getting. I notice a lot of people stop looking at my post that I post, not my videos, but the stuff that I post, like typed. I noticed people stop looking at that. I guess that was a demoralizing thing to try to get me to like not um, talk about this stuff anymore. But I'm talking about it forever. So yeah, because I don't like that. They're making y'all talk to y'allself. I do that shit too. The FBI is making y'all is harassing y'all, whatever three letter organization, harassing y'all us and making y'all talk to y'allself. I used to talk to myself too. I still do sometimes. They make you talk to yourself thinking someone's listening. Illusion of a smear campaign. You think you're getting slandered when it's a system. I'm reading from one of my posts. People looking at me weird. They heard something about me, but they won't approach me. No, they are being told to look at you weird and do these indirect conversations to cause you discomfort. It's a program. That's not possible. I used to think like this for years. It's a program. They're being paid to do that. They're getting paid to cause you discomfort. No one has heard anything about you. They're being paid. They're being paid to do that. In some type of way, they're receiving some type of compensation to cause you discomfort. There's not a smear campaign. If you think people heard stuff about you, you would try to prove yourself. When you try to prove yourself, guess what's going to happen? You can end up in jail for trying to prove yourself from an indirect conversation. Do you get how this shit works? You get how it works. Oh, I just walked past this person and they said they said I'm a pedophile or they said I'm this or they said I'm that or the worst things. They not saying it to you, but they saying it to somebody else. But you go up to the person because it happens too much. Whatever's being said, indirect conversations about what you just said, whatever. But you go up to the person and be like, man, that's not me, but he wasn't even talking to you. They weren't talking to you. They not talking to you. That's a trick to get in Satan's hand, bro. Hey, Everybody believe this about you. So sell your soul and make them not believe it. That's Satan's number one trick, bro. So you have to understand this stuff. You have to understand this stuff. The reason that I understand this stuff so much is that I just sat down for years and just, I just sat down and watched like a bunch of targeted individual videos, bro, because I was being targeted. So I watched a bunch of targeted individual videos about gang stalking, and I just learned and learned and learned, and I just realized, bro, I need logistics. What's the logistics of crime being so high, but everybody is looking at me through my phone camera? But crime is so high. Crime is so high, but everyone is looking at me through my phone camera. Think about that. People out here getting murdered. People, people don't want to get caught doing that, but they looking at you through your phone camera, bro. That's what you're being told. That's what the movie told us. That's what that movie Truman Show told us. It's one of the first things that I ran across. One of the first things I ran across was the Truman Show. That movie told us that we're being watched by regular citizens and that movie caused discomfort. We're being watched by regular citizens, and they're not going to say anything. That movie caused discomfort. No, what's going on is a federal program trying to extract talent from you. This also made me not, I'm not doing any type of rapping or entertainment or nothing because I can't be bought. So think about, um, think about being in the studio and you trying to rap a song, but you're being told that you're being listened to by the world while you're trying to be alone. This is to stop talent, extract knowledge, extract ideas. This is to cause you to fuck up. That's what it's to cause you. I got on here kind of early, but that's what it's to cause you. People can keep leaving alive, bro. I just took a sip of my drink, but people can keep leaving alive, bro. I'm never gonna stop talking about this. So, you know, that's just what that is. I'm never gonna stop talking about this, bro. This is a sick program. It's sick. I cannot believe this country is doing this. I cannot believe it. I can't. I can't believe it. So I have to keep talking about this. I can't believe this is allowed. The psychological damage this stuff has done to me for over um for over what 7 years now. The psychological fucking damage this shit has done to me. Do you not know how being thinking you being looked at through your dashboard while you're driving can do what can do to you? Huh? Don't you know that you can be questioned about anything on the road? Once they put you in this program, you don't understand logistics. I used to talk to myself in my vehicle all the time. A car would pass by me and I would say, that's not true. That's not true. It's just a vehicle. But it might be a vehicle of somebody that I know or something. They do these things on purpose. It's to get you to talk to yourself. It's to get you incarcerated. It's to get you to talk to yourself. That's what it's for. So I'm gonna keep reading from my post. This is not stopping. Um, God bless you. But I'm not gonna stop talking about this program. Ever, never, ever. I'm never selling my soul. I'm never conforming to a fucking satanic society. Thank you. I don't care if I get 0 views. Now, anyway, why do you think you receive indirects? To make you prove yourself. To make you prove yourself. And when you try to prove yourself, they are going to look at you like they don't know what you're talking about. That all you trying to prove yourself can also land you in jail or in a casket. You trying to prove yourself can land you in jail or a casket. Hey, I'm not a PDF file. Hey, I'm not a PDF file. And they go, I wasn't even talking to you. When they could go and grab something and handle business. You know, think about that. You know, so once you see my videos and you still talk about and act like you're being smeared when you're a citizen, but it sounds like Project Soul Catcher. Somebody trying to get you to prove yourself, and you either end up in a jail or end up, uh, uh, something. I don't know. You end up in a jail. Somebody trying to get you to prove yourself. Like I said, it could be a program. The devil wants your soul. They want you to try to get famous in some type of way. Never, never me, ever, 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 never. So the devil trying to get you to prove yourself to the world because you think the world is believing something about you because of a program, bro. You feel what I'm saying? That's not real. It's a real program. It's just paid people to do that. They got paid actors, paid informants, bro. That's what it is. You feel what I'm saying? That's how the devil gets your soul. Most of y'all will give it to him regardless. Hate to say it. Hate to say it. Most of the devil not getting my goddamn soul, bro. At all. I'm not sitting down with him. At all. At all, bro. I don't care what he got. I don't care. So, yeah, next. Um, they're going to look at you like they don't know what you're talking about because it's a program. Do an indirected conversation and look at you like they don't know what you're talking about because it's a program. They're being paid to do that. It's going because what is going to cause you? It's going to cause you incarceration or it's going to cause you death. When you go up to a person, you punch them in the mouth because they said an indirect conversation is going to cause you death. They're never saying that stuff to you, bro. They're never saying it to you. They're never saying it to you, bro. Ever. Ever. So the next thing I said, I thought everybody knew me, but it's impossible. Like a lot of targets think everybody knows me, everybody believes something about me. No, it's a program, bro. It's a program. Oh yeah, the TV saying this, the news channel they saying this, um, they saying this or that. Everybody knows. Oh my gosh. Then when you go out in public, you get that same thing. No, bro, it's a program to drive you crazy, bro. And then you'll be blue in the face because you probably can't even get nowhere to prove yourself because it's a fucking program. It's a program, bro. Calm down with it, bro. You feel what I'm saying? It's a program, bro. They're a part of this stuff. You feel what I'm saying? They don't even believe the shit themselves, bro. You know? So, I listen to live streams all day, and this is just what they do. I listen to live streams all day. I listen to the discomfort of people. People saying they feel like they're in a prison in their house because they feel watched. I became more calm, bro, because I realized who is watching me. I realized who is watching me, so I became more calm. I realized the logistics, the possibilities of who is watching me, bro. I realized the logistics and the possibilities of who is watching me, bro. So I became more calm. I became more calm. It's not a citizen. So I became more calm. They wouldn't put this stuff. They wouldn't put. They wouldn't let citizens have knowledge to that type of surveillance, bro. They wouldn't let them because If they had knowledge to that type of surveillance, the crime rate would drop drastically. That's another reason that you're targeted very heavily. The crime rate would drop drastically if people knew of 24/7 surveillance, bro. If I'm watching this motherfucker through, if I watch somebody through their phone camera, bro, do you not know how fucking technical that is? If I watch somebody through their phone camera, bro, I'm not doing shit. I'm never committing a crime. If I watch you through your phone camera, ever. So that's just why it's not happening. And people are going through this everywhere, bro. Crime is everywhere. Crime is everywhere, bro. Crime is literally everywhere. But we getting watched by everybody in the world. Bro, we ain't getting watched by one random citizen, bro. Anybody we getting watched by is badged in some type of way. I don't care if you just hack for the police. You are badged. They can't get that information up. They can't give that information up. They can't show, hey, look, I'm watching this motherfucker through their phone camera. They can't do that. They can't. Bro, that crime runs the world. It runs the world. So if people was being surveilled, citizens were surveilling other citizens, then if citizens were surveilling other citizens, there wouldn't be any crime going on, bro. Because everyone would know of 24/7 surveillance. So that means, they don't want that information out there. That's another reason that you're targeted. That's another reason that you're targeted. I stopped recording my evidence. I stopped recording that. But you can look at my shorts and you can see. You can see. You can look at my YouTube shorts and you can see what's going on with that. Like I stopped recording that stuff. I just ignored it. It's more of a. I've been targeted for 7 years, bro. So this is more of a. Uh, this is more of a channel. This is more of a channel for information. It's more of a channel that gives information, bro. Instead of trying to prove I'm being targeted, bro. I've already done that. I've already proved I'm being targeted, bro. I don't need to prove that I'm being targeted. I've already proved that. My shit is so ramped up because I have an influential face, and I also have a disability check. So they definitely don't like that. Um, they definitely don't like that. I believe anyone um, with disability that says they're being targeted, bro, because they don't like that, bro. They do not like that shit at all. So they'll target you for that. But I'm gonna get off topic for a little bit. You gotta understand who we dealing with, bro. You have to understand who we're dealing with. You hear that? I mean, I'm downtown. That's the fire truck. You gotta, you gotta switch things. You have to make things that. I'm gonna just wait till that stop. You have to understand things for what they are. You have to understand. You have to understand people, bro. You have to understand people and understand things for what they are. I ignore that, but you have to bring in logistics. They probably did do that on purpose, but hey, bro, this shelter is in the middle of downtown, and I'm right next to a fire department. The shelter's right next to a fire department. It's in the middle of downtown, so I hear sirens a lot out here. One thing I noticed when I was in the town of like 20,000 people, um, I didn't hear. I heard like one siren when I was out there for like a month or two. I heard like one siren, but they definitely do that in certain areas, bro. But that doesn't bother me, bro. And if you think I care about anything, this physical does not matter. The Bible says that. That's how I know we're dealing with Satanists. Now that brings me to the topic that I was about to say. But we're dealing with the Satanists are billions in population, bro. Atheists is billions in population, bro. Atheists, Satanists are billions in population. Billions. Billions. People that go to church, billions. Billions in population. So what I was about to say, they praise murderers and will stone a pedophile. This is from my post. I'm just reading from my post. People, they trying to block it out and man, get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop talking about this. Y'all harassing me because I have a disability check. I'm not about to stop talking about this. Back to what I was saying. They praise murderers and will stone a pedophile. But God says eye for an eye, right? Tooth for a tooth, hand for a hand, foot for a foot. Satanists are billions in population, bro. Atheists are billions in population. They praise murderers and will stone a pedophile. But a beg for their life. But a beg for their life when they looking down a gun. Or praise murderers and will stone a pedophile, but a beg for their life. But a beg for their life. They praise murderers and will stone a pedophile, but will beg for their life, bro. Atheists are billions in population, bro. No sides. You don't believe in God or you don't believe you're being watched by God at the least. People do things under God's eye, bro. Immoral acts, criminal acts. People do things under God's eye, bro. People do immoral acts under God's eye. So Satanists are and atheists are billions in population. And you don't scare me. I'm not gonna stop talking about this. I'm not gonna stop talking about this. These people are sick, sick, sick people. Sick. They're sick. They treat you like you did something. You would know. So I don't worry about that stuff anymore. Um, but yeah, I'm just going through some of my posts and just giving y'all the logistics, bro. Like it's a program. It's a program. It's a program. I learned this like what 6 years in targeting. I was thinking that hey, bro, it's a bunch of people. Like it's people doing this. It's people surveilling you. It's people watching you, bro. If people was watching and surveilling us, bro, there would not be crime. Crime wouldn't be going on. Shit, nigga wouldn't do nothing. Matter of fact, people wouldn't do immoral acts. When I say immoral acts, bro, I'm talking about acts that people don't want anyone else to know. You know how people be with these minors and stuff like that, or doing some colorful uh, non-hetero stuff. Um, People wouldn't be doing stuff like that, bro. They wouldn't be doing it, and they do. People do that. So I'm just going through all of this stuff, bro, and just reading through the posts that I have. This was one of the other posts I have. You think regular citizens in the U.S. see our YouTube channels? Let's see. We talk about Zerset song, but that's another thing. Bro, we talk about woke stuff. We talk about stuff that the society, they don't want the society knowing. So I'm just trying to get you to breathe in your house at the least. Understand you're alone in your house. Understand you're alone even when you outside. Understand you're alone when you walk in the streets. You know, it's people driving by you and shit like that, but you ignore that. You're alone. They're not looking for what you think they're looking for. They would be messed up in their head if they was looking at you and for what you think they looking at you for. They will be messed up in their head. So we talk about Zerset Zone, 24/7 surveillance, cameras watching your face expressions, being watched through your phone camera, corrupt law enforcement, and not underestimating law enforcement in these organizations that we talk about, not underestimating them. Now let's see what goes on in society: murder, rape, child molestation, etc. And these crimes don't just happen. There are arrests for these crimes. These crimes don't just happen. So all of these crimes going on, but everybody tuned in to what you saying. Everybody watching you through your phone camera and going to go commit crimes and getting arrested for it. Debunked. Debunked, my nigga. Debunked, bro. Debunked. Whole program debunked, bro. Stop letting them play games with you, bro. Nobody's watching you through your dashboard, bro. Except for some weirdo. With your phone camera, except for some weirdo that don't do nothing. The citizens are chess pieces. Citizens are chess pieces. Informants. They get notifications, if anything. Alphabet agency. Informants. I hate mentioning things like the CIA because they make it seem like you're in danger, like you worked for them before, or you have information about them or something. But outside shit that you look up, they make you seem like you're in danger, like you're on the run, like the movies. You know what that can cause you, bro? They make it seem like you worked for them, like you on the run, like you, oh yeah, yeah, you worked for the CIA before, and you on the run because you have information about them. Nah, bro, just read. So I don't like talking about them people, bro, because they make it seem like you in danger, or you did something, or you worked for them, or some shit like that, and are on the run for it or something. Because that creates a paranoia mindset that can lead you to death or jail. Thinking the CIA after you is going to lead you to death or jail, bro. You ain't worked for them, bro. You don't have any information. I don't. At least I don't work for them. I have any information about their ass shit. I don't care. But yeah, that's the mindset they're trying to create, bro. Simply noticing targeting can lead to death or getting arrested. You have to know that stuff. Look at what happened to Truman on the Truman Show. He started going crazy. Truman Truman on the Truman Show started going crazy. He started going crazy. Why? Because he was getting indirected conversations, things like that, sirens and stuff like that. He started going crazy. So what you think they trying to make you do? What you think they trying to make you do? They trying to make you go crazy. Truman went crazy. Truman went crazy thinking he was being watched. He wasn't even thinking he was being watched. Matter of fact, they was just doing the indirected conversations and stuff like that. He just noticed something weird. That's exactly what a targeted individual go for, which is the best movie to ever talk about targets. The best movie. That's the best way to fuck somebody life up. That's the best way. The best way. Even knowing about it, they got some of y'all thinking it's still Citizens. Even knowing about it, they can fuck your life up. Even knowing about it, bro. And I made a post and said one of the shelter staff employee walked in talking about the Matrix and CERN, and something's only going to get worse. He was talking to other people, but I was laying in my bed, and he said that, and I'm probably the only one that talks about that type of stuff. And I don't even talk about that type of stuff, but I talk about targeting, and that kind of relates to that CERN. So yeah, he walked in, he talked about the Matrix, and he talked about CERN. This happened like 2 days ago. You know, like shit like that. But that's he has federal energy. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but he has agent federal energy. You know, so just somebody trying to coerce you into anger, which leads to bad things. Just somebody trying to coerce you. God is my witness. Blindness and mental illness. Some crackhead about to walk over here saying some crazy shit. Let me just let it. Let me just let it. I'm just going. Oh no, that's not a crackhead. That's just a regular person. But I don't know why they standing outside. Yeah, go in the house. That shit is annoying as fuck. It's raining and shit. These motherfuckers try to stand outside. But yeah, anyway. Um, but yeah. But getting targeted, getting targeted means you are marked, bro. This shit'll never stop. You ain't just look up gang stalking. They made you look it up, to be honest. They made us look that shit up. Kind of. Like, I don't think so. I don't think they wanted us to find it out. I think some of us are just smart to notice things. That's what it is. I think some of us are just smart to notice things, bro. So, yeah, that's what that is. But it's like getting marked, bro. It's like getting marked for death, bro. They wake you up to corruption. You can't even trust the system. That's like getting marked for death, bro. You can't even call the police. I will never trust this system, bro. Ever. Ever, 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 bro. Come on, bro. Y'all sick. Motherfucker be hateful, bro. Hateful people. Like, you're sickening. Like getting marked for death, bro. Can you believe that? I'm reading from my post that I post on here. But I just say God bless the people, bro. They try to make you not be yourself. Don't try to act gangster. Say something nice about everybody that you see, bro, to yourself, so they can't throw off your smile. You know, say something nice in your mind. Say something nice to everybody that you see, because you ain't did nothing. You ain't did this or that. You know, if you try to act gangster, you listen to that music, you listen to that fucking poison that they put in your ear. You gonna feel you gonna it's gonna boost your motherfucking it's gonna boost your fucking ego, and you gonna go outside and get shut down. You know, so don't try to act gangster, bro. Don't try to do that. Don't even be trying to do that, bro, at all, because that's how they do that shit. I don't listen to none of that shit. Um, because you acting gangster, and you go outside knowing you ain't did nothing, you ain't did this or that. I used to get mad at that stuff. I just said, hey, bro, what if I just start acting like who I am? What if I just start acting like who I am? Just act who you are, bro, and stop listening to that stuff. Honestly, bro, stop listening to that. Stop listening to it. You've been sensitized to trigger work. You've been sensitized. That matter of fact, that fire truck just rolled by, so I had to stop it a little bit. But you've been sensitized to trigger words. You've been sensitized to a whole lot of shit. But you want to go and listen. You want to go and listen to some music. Do you not know how demonic that shit is? All of it. All of it's demonic, bro. All of it's demonic. It's demonic, bro. It's demonic. All of it. Just be godly, bro. Be godly. Be godly. It's very common, bro. It's very common. That shit is demonic as fuck. And I used to do music, bro. That shit is demonic. It's demonic, bro. It's demonic. Don't do that. Sensitized to trigger words. You sensitized to a bunch of things, bro. So don't do that, bro. You need to say God bless and completely disconnect with things that don't connect with you. It's a trap. It's a trap, bro. Just like how they'll tell you to kill or fight a pedophile, bro. Not trying to sensitize to anyone. I don't know none of y'all. I would take a lie test about if I'm part of any organization. I swear to God, they're very cheap. So just how they'll tell you to go stone a pedophile. But don't you know if you kill a pedophile, you going to jail if you do that. If you harm a pedophile, the system is going to handle you with the sentence. If you harm a pedophile or anybody, but they'll tell you to do that. A dude will be doing a 2-year sentence in the system. A dude will do a 2-year sentence in the system. See a pedophile and kill him. Now that's 25. Because music told you to. The system told you to be like that. And the system, the same one, sentenced you to it. Disconnect with these dumb motherfuckers, bro. Disconnect, bro. I'm telling you, I disconnect. I've disconnected, bro. And I take up for pedophiles, and I'm not one. I will never be. You will never see me get in trouble for no pedophilia, bro. Ever. You will never see that. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Why am I taking up for them? Because I'm fucking quitting stupidity. I hate stupidity. I just had somebody tell me that they'll hurt a pedophile. And you can't. And you going to jail if you do that. I hate to even say stuff like that. They going to jail. I don't want to make somebody seem like I'm trying to perk them or something like that by trying to, you know, say stuff like that. But like that's sickening, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's dumb as fuck, bro. It's dumb. Like it's dumb, bro. So I'm just reading through. The stuff that I posted that they trying to make me feel like no one's looking at. I'm not going to stop. That's not going to make me stop doing anything. I'm going to keep doing this. Sorry. I'm going to keep doing this. I'm never conforming to the system. I will never be an artist. I will never be anything. I will never be none of that. It's demonic. I'd rather go through what Jesus went through. Praise. Now, um, I would say save money. Save money. If you didn't see my post and stuff like that, I'm going shelter to shelter. That's kind of you know, a, you know, a warning to anyone that doesn't want me saving money. You might want to hurry up and do something because I'm staying at shelters, bro. I'm not going anywhere else. I'm staying at shelters collecting disability, and I'm about to start a job part time. So that's a warning. and they be trying to kick me out of stuff like that. So I noticed they don't want you saving money because they don't want. They act like you gonna go out there and give out information to 24/7 surveillance, bro. Like for sure, but they don't want crime to stop. Crime stops, bro. Judge Joe Brown says the system don't work unless you do what you do. What if you told everybody that there's consequences for everything that they do? Hmm? Woo! The government watching everything. There's consequences for everything that you do. Homeland Security watching everything. They told us that. They told smart people that. They told people that already know that. Homeland Security told people that already know uh, that they're watching everything, trying to persuade others like us not to give this information out, trying to persuade others like us not to give the information out that they're watching everything. Like, oh yeah, they already know that. Everyone already know that. But if everybody know that they watching everything, how the fuck is crime going on? No, they don't know that for sure. They might just think that they watching everything or think it's possible. They still go do stupid shit. So I don't know, bro. They just make me want to get more vocal about it and get in the streets. They don't want crime to stop. Judge Joe Brown said the system don't work unless you do what you do. People only do what they do because they think they're not getting consequences for it, bro. So what if people knew there was consequence? And bro, in Texas, bro, the government so sick. It's really depopulation. Law enforcement is so sick. It's really depopulation, bro. Because taxes, law enforcement get paid off our taxes. They still want niggas paying fucking $10,000 bonds, nigga, for doing stupid shit. They wouldn't do it if they knew that was being watched, bro. Why don't you tell them that? Why don't they tell them that, bro? Why ain't there a billboard saying don't do this? You will be caught and consequences are guaranteed. Why don't you tell them that? Judge Joe Brown said it, bro. The system don't work unless you do what you do. So if you ain't doing crime, the system don't work. They greedy, bro. That's some greedy shit. Why ain't this nigga? They got changing billboards all day on the highway. Don't do crime, consequences guaranteed. 24/7 surveillance. Everything's being watched. Crime would stop. I can put up signs on every fucking United States fucking city to stop that shit. Matter of fact, what I did start doing, I created an Instagram called Crime Awareness Cop Stoppers. I started posting down music 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 channels to where where all the I guess gangsters go to and watch shit. I started posting in the comments about 24/7 surveillance. Don't do nothing, you will be caught, guaranteed consequences. So people won't do it. People do things so they think they not getting caught. They think they're not getting caught, so that's why people do things. So that shit is just like that, and I love it. Not I don't love that. You get what I'm saying? Like I just understand how to tear down that law enforcement system because they're greedy. They get paid off of our taxes. They get paid off of our taxes, people's taxes. That's who pay them. But you still don't tell people that their crime are being watched. You want them to go do that shit. Even regular people say they'll watch you go do something. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. You feel what I'm saying? That shit really make me mad, bro. It makes me mad, bro. It makes me mad because people don't think they getting caught, so they do stuff. But next things, bro. Next off my post that I typed. I'm just scrolling down my YouTube post that I typed. And I even heard other targeted individuals talk about, oh yeah, I do this to a pedophile. You're a dumbass, bro. You're an idiot. You're going to go to, like, you feel what I'm saying? That's not how the system works, bro. Oh yeah, he was a pedophile. I get why he did it. I get why he did it. He a pedophile. I get why he did it. That ain't how the fucking system works, bro. That ain't how the system works. So stop following that stuff, bro. I love all of y'all, bro, but stop following how the system works. Stop trying to look cool, bro. Stop trying to look cool. You know, and for mental, you don't want to judge people, bro. You don't want to judge people for your mental. Don't judge, just don't join, you know? You don't want to judge people for your mental, bro. I mind my business. I'm not gonna go up to no motherfucker that touched somebody else's kid and be like, man, you touched that man kid, I'm gonna kill your ass. And guess what? It's a sentence. You get logistics. You get how these people trying to get you off the streets. And I could never be a pedophile, bro. I'm taking up for them. Bro, I stoned a murderer before I stoned a pedophile. Eye for an eye. Life for, that means life for an eye. That means life for a life, right? You kill somebody, you need to pick up stones. You feel what I'm saying? Pick up stones, bro. Eye for an eye. You feel what I'm saying? And pedophiles just get their sentence, bro. And shit, nigga, being on that list, oh, that's tough. That's tough shit, bro. That's real tough shit being on that list, bro. You know, that's a tough list. That's enough for them in a sentence. Sex offender list in a sentence. Murderers, stone their ass. They took a life. You know, or a sentence. But it make more sense. You know, some murderers get the fucking chair. You feel what I'm saying? It makes more sense. I hate killers, nigga. Straight up. Shit, I hate killers more than pedophiles, bro. Because once they on that goddamn list, I don't think they doing nothing else, bro. Nigga, that's breathing death. But yeah, anyway, you know, because how the system gonna treat you, I'm gonna treat you how it is, bro. I already know you ain't finna do that again. You on a list. You on a register list. You ain't finna do that again, so I'm gonna treat you good. I ain't gonna be mean to you. You'll never see me like that though, ever. But anyway, next post. You know, shit that I was posting about. I'm trying to make you scared, bro. I ain't scared of shit. Nothing. I'd rather go through what Jesus go through, bro. You know, falsely, things done falsely to him. I'd rather go through that than take $1,000,000. I'd rather go through what Jesus went through. And I ain't never been offered that. And I never will be. I won't allow it. Fucking sick motherfuckers, bro. Play that fucking shit. In no way. These motherfuckers walk around here, literally Satan. Just going through some of my posts that I didn't get to say. You know what telling somebody, you know, I'm back to Myron Mays. You know what telling somebody that they did something subliminally is going to do is going to end up what Myron Mays did. They tell me I did something subliminally all day, every day. Every day. I still know I know what happened already. I see what happened to Myron Mays. So I'm not going to react to that ever. I see why you doing it. The system's doing that, bro. That's crazy. You hate me because I got a disability that much, nigga? Huh? It's visible. I have a visible disability, nigga. You hate me that much? You don't even talk to people, nigga. Bother nobody, bro. The system doing that shit, nigga. That's crazy. But yeah, bro, you gotta see what you see what happens to other people when they did shit to that. Subliminally telling you that you did something, you would know if you did something, bro. So subliminally telling you that you did something is going to get you to get the reaction that they want to get out of you, bro, which is incarceration or you being killed by someone. So just ignore these people, bro. The system, the system doing that. And there a lot of other things are real, bro. You have a lot of things that are real that I don't like to speak on, bro. I hate to speak on it, bro. But a lot of other things are real, bro. Such as these people that don't like other races. There's a lot of people like that, bro. A lot of people like that. So I'm not gonna speak on that. But there's a lot of people like that. That is a real thing, bro. It stems from that. Targeting stems from that. That's the new form of slavery, along with regular life. Not telling you being watched and letting these dummies go do stuff while not telling you being watched. I don't know how people don't have some type of fucking resistance anyway. You know, like you ain't thinking about your life, regardless if you don't think you getting caught or not. Some people just don't think like that, bro. Some people just crazy. You gotta build that craziness though. Motherfucker gotta be around a gang member or something to around a bunch of gang members to build up to do certain crimes. That they do, but that's just what that is. That's how people are. Like right now, I'm going through my posts and saying, what I'm putting it in video. I'm going through my posts, but they don't want you in states and cities to where you can't be demoralized. I stress y'all, bro, get out of it. If you in one of them, you in LA, New York, uh, if you in LA, New York, all of them, Atlanta, them nice ass places, bro, get out of that city, bro. I'm in places to where I'm in big cities to where I can't even be demoralized. Can't nobody make me mad. And I hate to be that fucking cocky or whatever you want to call it, but can't nobody even make me mad. Like, bro, y'all look crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not ever finna. I'm not finna be dressing nice and wearing no nice clothes, bro. I wear Crocs and pajamas, bro, and probably a white or black T-shirt or some shit like that. I ain't even finna be dressing nice or nothing like that. And I keep my little high clarity grill in. I've been doing that since around 2020. So yeah, I keep that in. But yeah, that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. They want you in states to where you can be demoralized. I'm talking about states and cities. They want you in states and cities to where you could be demoralized, bro. Like, bro, you gonna get demoralized like fuck. You feel what I'm saying? You gonna get demoralized in some of them states, bro. Like, can't nobody make me mad at this motherfucker, bro. Like, and it's a lot of it ain't just here. Shit, I'm staying in places to where I can't be demoralized, bro, until I get my stuff together, until I get my finances together, bro. But bro, I'm visibly disabled, bro. I'm still not at the highest disability check amount. I'm visibly physically disabled. I'm still not at the highest amount, bro. You know, but I mean that's cool. I'm cool with what I have, but like I said, I'm about to go to work too, which I wasn't doing. You know, so we all doing that, right? Okay then. Um, but yeah, I forgot. I ain't have to have a mean face. I'm still scrolling through my posts. If you think I'm just going all over the place, you know what I'm saying? I forgot I ain't have to have a mean face because I don't do music because it's satanic. I forgot I ain't have to keep a mean face, so I smile and show my high clarity jewelry um all day. I smile all day, show my high clarity jewelry. You know why not? You know, keep a smile, bro. Keep a smile. Just scrolling through posts, bro. Touching on every topic, all of that. This shit is a program. It's a program. Citizens are getting told to look at you weird and treat you a certain way. It's a it's a fake. It's a fake smear campaign. It's a fake smear campaign, bro. It's a fake smear campaign to try to get you to prove yourself, sell your soul, whatever, or just completely self-destruct. Damn, everybody believes something about me, but I'm a regular citizen. Man, come on, bro. It's not possible. That's what I was talking about for this live. But I just started going through all of this other stuff that's on my YouTube post. Um, and that's just what that is, bro. It's a whole psychological program, bro. But I'm about to end this shit in like an hour. I like doing long posts. If y'all watching me, I like listening to long posts because you can't really get that much information out in a short amount of time. Like, it's fun to listen to that. I like to listen to when y'all make long video. I only click on long videos, bro. If it's a 15-minute video, 20-minute video, or some shit like that, bro. 20 minutes, yeah, okay, cool. I might listen to that. But if it's like a 10-minute, 15-minute video, bro, don't even make that, bro. Wait till you can sit there and talk for about 30 minutes or something like that. Cause man, that's what I like to listen to personally. I'm pretty sure a lot of other people are like that. But yeah, I make long videos, bro. So um, I'm gonna do this one for about an hour. It's about got been 56 minutes. Probably gonna cut it off right now. But yeah, like I said, bro, for the last 3 minutes of it, connect with God. Because if you target it, He's trying to connect to you, and that hurts my feelings, bro. That people don't connect to God once they know that they being targeted and persecuted. Connect to God, bro. Connect to God. You feel what I'm saying? Connect to God, bro, because He's connecting to you. They don't do this shit for nothing, bro. This doesn't need to be done because you did something. This no, you trying to make somebody mad because they got a disability check. You ain't did nothing. Somebody don't like your ass, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And it ain't shit. Just a definitely not just disability check. Not everybody target. Majority of targets don't receive that, But I'm just saying, bro. That's another reason to be that. It's another reason to be targeted, bro. That's another reason to be targeted. But pray, bro. Connect to God. Connect to God, because He's trying to connect to you. That's really important. The scriptures, it talks a lot about this. You'll be amazed when you see them scriptures, bro. You'll be amazed. It take a lot of people to gain. It take a lot of the time to gain knowledge, bro. It takes a lot of time to gain knowledge, bro. You know, my people will perish for lack of knowledge. It says that in Hosea. So my people perish for lack of knowledge. Yeah, they perish for lack of knowledge, bro. Lack of knowledge is not okay. You need the world. You need knowledge of the world, bro. Of how things work. You know, don't matter about who you are. It's about what you do. So, thank God, bro. Don't matter about who you are. It's about what you do. Pray to God every day. You feel what I'm saying? You good. You're a good person. It don't even matter if you're a good person. You ain't did nothing to be getting bothered by this, bro. So connect to God, bro. Straight up. Don't do nothing else. I mean, connect to God, go to work, bro. Stay calm. Connect to God, go to work, stay calm, bro. That's pretty much it. Connect to God, go to work, and stay calm. You know, connect to God, go to work, stay calm, stay out the way, bro. Because just the knowledge of 24/7 surveillance, bro, can change this whole world, bro. It can change the whole world, and that's another reason you being targeted. I don't think they wanted us to I don't think they thought we was smart enough to go look up what's going on. Some of us been around people. You know, we was around people, and damn, we like, damn, we don't notice what's going on, but I ain't finna look it up. It's some weird stuff, but I ain't finna look it up. Take you to get along and notice, wait, hold on. You know, what's going on? Let me look this stuff up. They don't want you to know you being targeted, bro. They don't think you gon' they don't think you gonna know that. They don't want you to know you being targeted, bro. They don't think you gonna look it up. But once you notice that you targeted, that's just what it is. It'll never change. Once you notice what this stuff is, that's what it is. It'll never change. It'll never change. Watch that Truman Show. It'll never change, bro. Never. It'll never change. You watch that Truman Show. You'll never look at the world. You'll look at the world so different. Getting them sirens, all of that. But I'm gonna do this live. It's the end of the live, bro. And I'll talk to y'all another day. This targeted individual fact channel. And peace out, bro.